up, YouTube? Back at it again with another banger video. This time we're taking a look at Paul Chadwick's Concrete. It's a slept-on book. I mean, it was popular in its day, but I feel like nowadays it doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, it really is. It's well drawn. It's well written. It's one of the best comics out there. If you pick up an issue, you can basically start at any issue because they're all self-contained. But I first came across Concrete in Dark Horse Presents. He was featured a lot in those comics. Today we're looking at, this is issue number 6. It's called No Sweat, and Concrete Saves a Farm. That's exactly what happens in this. So, Concrete, he's a guy who's had his mind transplanted into this body of this big concrete alien thing. It's kind of a mystery. I won't spoil it for you, but at this point in the story, he's using his new body to help people, to try and do good deeds. So Concrete, he used to be a speechwriter before he had his mind swapped. Now that he's in this new body, he has a hard time typing, so he hired this guy, Larry, to do his typing for him. So he's like his aide, his typist, and he just follows him around and helps him. He helps document these adventures that Concrete is going on. And also accompanying him is his friend, Maureen, who is a biologist. So she's a scientist. She's like studying him while he's in this, new body. So in this issue, Concrete is helping out this family who has this farm, a struggling farm. He received this letter from one of the kids, and it basically says that that they had this uncle who has passed away, who left them some money, but they won't receive the payout on like his life insurance or whatever until next year. So they're worried that they won't make it until then because just everything's going wrong. Their tractors are breaking down. Their dad ran off because his brother had died. He was upset about that. So the dad's not in the picture. The mom was in a car accident, so she's not able to help out. So it's just the two boys, the older sister, and then they have a kid sister who's, she's just a little kid, so she's not much help on the farm either. And they need a new place for the pigs. They need help plowing the fields. They need help clearing out trees. And there's like a marsh land too that they mention. So they need all this stuff. They need help with all this stuff. And if they don't have somebody help them, they're going to lose their farm because they're not going to make it till next year when they get that money. So that's what Concrete has come to help with. He's going to help them, at least survive this summer. So they start by repairing some of that equipment, some of the tractors. They're talking about the plans for everything they're going to do on the farm. And Concrete, he starts sharing these other ideas that he's had for, ways that they can make money, some like passive income. Like he recommends that they use that marshland for blueberries. He says that the acidic soil would be good for blueberries, and they can grow that. They're a low maintenance crop. And he says that, that land's not going to be good for corn. So you might as well plant something else there since you already own that land. And he said that they could sell that just to supplement their income. But they're not into that. They're like, we can't even farm the stuff that we already have. Like, let's make sure we're able to farm what we have already before we start like adding on to it. So Concrete, he starts clearing off these rocks. He asks the other son about the dad who ran out, and everyone's real tight-lipped. They don't want to talk about it, which is understandable. Concrete, he builds this place. It's like a semi-underground place for the pigs to sleep, and he shows it to Maureen. And they discuss that raising pigs might be a good way to make more money. Concrete meets the family dog named Tripod. He's this three-legged dog who shows up later in the story again. But this is just like showing you that Concrete and this dog, they kind of form a friendship here early on. He helps clear the land. He pulls trees. He's super strong. He's able to pull trees out of the ground, pull stumps, and then we see these neighborhood kids pull up in this truck, and one of them's got a gun. So these neighborhood bullies stop by, and they're sort of harassing the two sons, and their dad's farm had failed. So they're a little bit jealous that these guys are getting help from this famous Concrete guy. And the boy explains, he's like, you could have written a letter too. You know, no one was stopping you from writing a letter asking for help. You just didn't think of it. So they're mad. They're teasing him about his uncle, about his dad running out. And you can even see the boy points his gun like right at the guy's head. Concrete is able to defuse the situation though. And he threatens to call the police, but the one of the sons says, "Don't worry about it. Don't even bother." So, Concrete, he eats all the bullets out of the gun. Concrete can eat basically anything. He eats wood. He eats rocks, sticks, whatever he can find. He doesn't really need real food. Oh, and this is kind of an important part. It says, "I must say, James, you're pretty blasé for a guy who just had a 22 stuck in his ear." He says, "You get used to it, I guess." And Concrete says, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "It's just a joke. Let's get back to work." So they're kind of hinting at something there, something dark going on. So after that, they go back home, and Concrete's asking about this dog, Tripod, again. And he asks, like, what happened to his leg? How come he only has 3 legs? And they tell him the story about how their dad got angry at the dog because he was always chasing cars. So he tried to shoot him, and he missed the dog but hit his leg, and the dog lost its foot. The kids had to rush him to the vet, and the vet amputated his foot. So their dad obviously had a temper. And then the story kind of shifts into the subplot about Concrete's friend and the daughter, the older daughter of this family. And they have a relationship, sort of a summer fling that's going on here. And the mom has a conversation with Concrete. She's like, "I hope your friend Larry doesn't break her heart. She's never had a boyfriend before." And Concrete's like, "Okay, I'll talk to him." So he gets with Larry, and he's like, "I don't know what your plans are or how serious you are, but this girl, she's never had a boyfriend, so she's probably going to take this relationship more seriously than you are." And he says, "Well, we are serious." He's like, "I do care about her." It causes a little bit of tension between him and Concrete. And they talk about this plan that Larry and this girl, they're going to go out to some sort of dance, some sort of formal ball or something. But Larry is so tired from all the work he's been doing at the farm that he falls asleep after like 1 drink of wine. So they don't end up sleeping together, which is good, which is what Concrete was worried about. And now they're all finished with the repairs. The summer's almost over. They're about done with all they're gonna do to help this family. And Concrete brings up that marsh again, the blueberries. And the guy says, "Don't worry about it. You've done enough." And Concrete's confused. He's like, "Really? This doesn't make any sense. I'm offering to do it for free. It would be a big help to you guys. Like, why don't they want me to help out with the marsh?" So he excuses himself from dinner, and he goes out there. And at this point in the story, you get the feeling like what's out there in the marsh. The dad disappeared. The boy said, "You get used to it." The dad shot the dog the mom is all beaten up. You kind of have a feeling like the dad is going to be out there. And that's exactly what it is. There is a truck out there buried in the marsh with the dad inside of it. And you see he's got a bullet in the head. So the oldest boy, he goes out there and he meets with Concrete and tells him the story of how his dad died. So his dad was a mean man, and he was beating his mom, and he says it wasn't the first time, just the worst time. And the boy got the gun, and he tells his dad to like lay off her because he's about to kill his mom. And the dad attacks the son, and the gun goes off, and it kills the dad. So they hid the body out here in the marsh, and they were worried that Concrete was going to find it, which he did. And now Concrete is left with this moral decision that he has to make. He can either tell the police, tell the authorities about this murder that he knows about, and what will happen, the consequences of that. The boy will go to jail, maybe for life. The family is going to lose the farm. All the brothers, the sisters, the mom, they're all going to have to move away. And who knows where they're going to go or how things are going to end up. Or he can keep this a secret and be an accessory to murder. And that's what he ends up doing. He ends up helping them. All those trees and rocks that he helped move, they use that to fill up the marsh and to bury that truck. So they are going to use it to grow blueberries. And it's going to be on top of his dad in that truck. So that's the way the story ends, basically. They're saying their goodbyes. Larry and the daughter, they promise to stay in touch. They're going to be pen pals. And the son, he gives Tripod to Concrete, the dog, because Concrete and the dog had gotten close over the summer. So it's kind of Concrete's dog now. So he's like, go ahead and take him. He loves you more than he loved us. and they drive off to their next adventure. And that's the way it ends. So yeah, this is a great series. I feel like it's underappreciated these days. Maybe a lot of you haven't heard of it. I hope I shed some light on it. There was this cool video I found when doing research for this book of it was test footage. I'm not sure if it was for like a TV show or a movie, but I'll be sure to put a link to that so you can go check that out. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit like, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.